What's good, people? What's good? Haircut and everything. I've recorded like about 6 videos, and I'm not gonna post a single one. I'm gonna delete it. Um, there is some new goals that I'm adding to my list, and new and better ways of doing it. So for the past maybe 30 days, I'm doing a 3-month challenge, right? And in this 3-month challenge, all I have to basically do is simply focus up. It's a 3-month challenge. All it takes is 30 days. And my goal, and I was doing it, and I've been focused on it. But what I realized, the goals I had were so generic, and they weren't cut and clear, no deadlines. So I'm doing that today. I'm restarting the whole thing, which is counterintuitive, you could say, or it could be messing up the consistency. But I feel like I have a better understanding of it now, and there's no time to waste, right? So right now, if you see, like you can see, I wiped most of it off, but I put a calendar, right? Like there's a quarter way, there's the halfway, for the 100-day challenge, I guess. And then I'm gonna keep going after that, of course. But this is just to like keep me focused, right? And every 3 months, I'm gonna keep doing this. Is like have a set goal. I finally have a drop day. I finally have the quarter way marked, and then I'm gonna add certain stuff. So I want to have 3 to 4 drops within this year. So this is gonna be good for it. But right now, what we're gonna write, you're gonna see my goals, right? So my goals for this, if this can stop, or actually, you know what, I'm gonna do something better. My goals are gonna be different, and they're gonna be different in certain ways and similar in certain ways, right? But this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna focus more on deadlines, focus on goals, focus on cut clear ideas that I want to have, and just get it all out there, right? I feel like that'd be better for me because it removes all the fluff, and it gives me clear goals to focus on, right? So I'm gonna give myself some deadlines. I feel like that's gonna be the best thing for me, right? Let's put this here. Perfect. Okay. I bought a tripod as well. So hopefully this is gonna be better, right? So let me take this here. All right. So first goal, right? And today's gonna mark day 1, or it might be tomorrow that marks day 1. But actually, no, today. I'm also gonna show you the reality of this things, right? I'm cleaning my room. I got all my clothes here that I need to fold. I got all this stuff, and I've been postponing it, not wanting to do it. So I'm not gonna keep doing that, right? I'm gonna get things out the way, focus on what I need to focus on. And I kind of had a conversation with my friends about something, and it kind of made me realize how much more I need to focus on myself and just really put all my trust in Allah, like every single ounce of it. We were just talking to talk, and we just had a deep convo, but it generally stuck with me. So I realized, and I'm actually be open. I usually don't like to talk about this, but I live with my mom, of course, and my siblings, and obviously, as you guys know, I'm taking a break to focus on myself and really honing in on my own skills, right? And to take this brand where I want it to go. And I've been doing that. I've been focusing up, and I've been doing what I can. There's a lot more I can do. There's more time I can allocate. But I've realized is I help my mom too much. And what I mean by that is I realized in order for me to genuinely be the person that I want to become to help my mom and be there for her, right now, I can't be that person. Right now, I have to pour everything into me and into myself before I can even help her. Because if for example, it could be pick up, drop offs. I don't mind doing that, but like a lot of stuff. Like I'm not talking about the little mini stuff like chores and all that kind of stuff, but like my mom asks a lot for me. Maybe because I'm the single man in her life right now, like present. We have our family, but they're all far away in Saudi Arabia and all this kind of stuff. So my mom asks a lot from me, and she doesn't even realize it herself, right? And it's hard for me to say no because I want to make things easier for my mom, and I see she worries a lot and she stresses a lot. And I feel like, if I'm being honest, not having a father figure that is present and trying to do good, and it's kind of hard when I don't know. It's hard that I see my mom try to play both roles, and she can't. Like inherently, a father can play the father role and a mother can play the mother role. Mother can be more strict or have more masculine traits, or a father can be more caring, protective, in a sense of how a mother is, and I guess you could say has feminine traits, but it's not the same, right? That person could be that way, but the love of a mother is different than the love of a father, and the love of a father is different from the love of a mother, right? And me experiencing both love from each, but also neglect from one, and not just like saying I love you, talk about the genuine what a fatherly love is, and I felt it, of course, but I mean, like, in a sense of responsibility, being able to come to my dad, talk to my dad, that kind of things. But regardless of the fact is, my mom worries a lot, and the worries that a father should be worrying about and not a mother, and it's hard, right? So I try to help make it easier for her, and because in Islam it says make things easy for your parents because they take care of you, they raised you, and all this stuff. And I have goals to financially take care of my mom, even though we're good, alhamdulillah, but to remove it so she doesn't even have that stress at all, because it doesn't matter how much money you make, you're always going to be financially stressed in some way or another, right? But removing that for her completely, that I handle that stress kind of thing, and the goals that she has and things that she wants to do and for her family, and it's just like I want her to focus on being the best mother that she wants to be, but also the best person she wants to be. And with all these exterior stuff, it's just not gonna help, right? But I realize I might have to focus on me completely and help her when I can, but fully like go all in, because my mom has told me don't worry about me, just focus on you. But then I obviously, like, woman, like, there's nothing wrong with it, but they complain, and sometimes when they complain it's not that big of a deal, but in the moment that's what they feel. That for us men, maybe we can complain out loud, sure, but like we keep our complaints to ourselves because we know it's, at the end of the day, it's not that big. But with women, they release it, and I have to come to realize that, like, that's just, they release it and then they're fine afterwards, at least for most part. But I don't know, this is just what I've been realizing as of recent, especially with the conversation with my friend. And it's just like putting time aside to be like, look, if I focus on me for a year or two, it will save 30 years of trying to make it and blame person to person, whatever, and trying to help and maybe not having it all or not having enough, or and what I mean having it all and having enough, like what I can support with, right? Versus the future person that I want to become and how they will do that. So I think for me, I realized in order to help her, I gotta help myself first, and I gotta focus on me and my goals and where I want to go, because if I do that, then I'll be able to do the rest. But if I don't, then there's going to be no point of it, right? So just thinking smartly and thinking strategically, I feel like would be the best thing. And I feel like I get distracted on my phone to just unwind, you can say, and I do a lot for my mom and my family and my siblings. So it's like getting pulled so much from one end, you don't end up you don't create time for yourself, and to build the things you want to build. And I don't want to hold a grudge on them, and I don't mind if I turn to the villain for a year or two just to become the hero of my story, or the person, and have it, I guess you could say. But I have the love and support of my mom, and I'm gonna do the best I can. I'm really gonna try to do the best I can, yeah. But let's get into the goal. So originally my goal was to become 180 in these 3 months. I started at 149 and now I'm at 157. So I'm getting to where I need to get to. 157, 158 right now. Sometimes I go down to 155 and back to 158. So keeping that, so we'll put that. But actually, this is one we want to put: pray on time every time. So pray on time. The reason why I put pray on time is because if I pray on time, like everything's within Allah, and He has His process and His plan. And if I'm not getting to where I need to get to, is because there's something I need to learn first before I can go, or before there's a reason why I'm not where I'm at. So praying to Him and trusting Him in His plan is going to be the go-to. Right? So there's that. Then the opposites go to 180. So now add 180 pounds. So right now I'm gonna say I'm gonna be 180 to 190. Because right now I'm almost 160 and I still feel skinny-ish. I think maybe 20 pounds is a lot, but like maybe 30 pounds might be better. I don't know. We'll see. Just that range, 180, 190 lean is going to be the goal. I can show my physique later or put pictures on, but if I don't, then just understand that. I might show you where I started from my very, very beginning of my journey of working out ever, where I ended up, or when I first started, how I got a little bit bigger, like 20 pounds bigger and leaner, and then losing the lean, like staying the same weight, but losing it, and then losing a little bit of muscle, and then now to starting back up again. So I can show that. I don't mind it. Maybe in a future video, I don't know. But now, the third thing that I want to grow in is having 4 to 6 drops. So we're gonna do that. So 4 to 6 clothing or drops. So 4 to 6 drops. I think that's gonna be very doable. My first drop is gonna be in 50 days, starting from today. Because I want to have at least 1 month of marketing and doing everything. So that's gonna be July. So July 15th is a drop. June 20th is gonna be the quarter way. So the next few days and the rest of June is gonna be that. Yeah, so that's basically it. It's gonna be interesting. I have 50 days for the drop, and in these 50 days, I gotta do marketing. I gotta have the clothes. I gotta have everything. So I get the next iteration. The iteration should come. It's supposed to come today, but it's not. It's gonna take till 27th. It might go all the way up to June 12th. If it does, I might have to push the date back for the drop, or just find a different manufacturer. It's gonna be one or the other. If it doesn't come within May, I don't know. It's gonna be hard because I don't want to have to pay another manufacturer and do all this stuff all over again. I'd rather, if it looks good and how I want it to be, just pick the right fabric or the right color, and then have them send like maybe 6 different samples for in like 3 different, so medium size and large size for models, and kind of go from there and just do that. That's gonna probably be the main goal. So that's my focus. I might do 1 piece for the first drop, but I might add a second one as time goes on, or in the midst of me at least getting the main stuff out the way. So that's gonna be the goal. So 4 to 6 drops, 40 or 50 to, the goal is to get to 40 to 50 pieces each single drop, and then increase it every 2 drops. Once I start seeing more and more people liking the brand. So there's that, right? So Pray on Time, 180, and then 190 lean, Pray on Time, and then 4 to 6 drops. So there's that. Now, my 4th thing is, for my sales job, is building a team, right? So we're building a team. So building team. Right. So it's building a team. What that means is, basically, I won't have to go out and sell. I can just build a team, and if I build a team of 10 people, and if I can do 2 teams of 10 people, I can make well over 8 to 16 plus thousand in a month. So if I can do that, that would kind of be great. Yeah, that'd be really great, because then I won't have to go sell as much. I can just do whatever the required minimum is, and just manage the team, have them get out there and have them kill it. So that's gonna be another goal of mine. I built a program for that already. So I'm just waiting for all the guys to start, and once they start, we'll get back on everything. So there's that. So yeah, that's gonna, I think, I don't know if I should add more. And to be honest, I remember what the other stuff were, but they weren't as specific. So yeah, my goal was also to make about 50 to 80,000 this year. Revenue, profit. My goal is profit, of course, but revenue would be fine. I think I should put that goal. And I looked up. I think if you want to make 100,000 in a year, it's like 33K a month. I believe no, not a month. Yeah, I think 33K a month. Or not a month. It's 10K a month, I think, right? But in the remain, I don't know. I can't remember. There's like 100K or 400K is like 33K a month. I think that's what it is. If you make 33K a month, that's 400K a year. And then you have to make 1,200 to 1,700 a day, and about 7,600, I think, a week or something like that. So that's gonna be a plan, is to get. Let's actually write that down. Let's write. So we have what? Say my drop is in July. So July, April, June, July. So July, August, September, October, November, December. So we have about 6 to 7 months left. If I were to make 100K in this year, divided by, let's do, if it was divided by 5, it would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that would be 20K a month. 20K a month. It's like what, 20, or no, it would be like 18, I think. But anyways, it would be, I don't know, but let's just put that. So if I have 2 teams making 16K a month, then the drop makes 10K a month. That's well over that. So for financial reasons, what we can put, or we can say this: the goal is to get to. Let's make it simple. Let's make it 5K a month. No, not even 5K a month. Let's do 10K. We can do 15. We can do 15. Let's do 15. 15K a month. 15K a month. Okay. And then just break that down, what that looks like and how I need to make it. And boom. Simple as that. So these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 goals. 5 goals that we have. I'm just going along as I do it, and these are the goals that I really want. And as that happens, going back to social sphere, really honing on that, and then doing the other stuff that I'm already doing. And let's do this. Let's do I'm not gonna say what it is yet, but I'll just write TCM/Wasaya support, because I'm doing it, marketing, all that kind of stuff. So we'll do that. So just doing that, right? So those are the goals. Now let's break them down. So, praying on time. This is legit waking up at 4 a.m., praying Fajr, and sleeping at 10 p.m. for whatever it is, right? For Isha, for Isha. And then as the day goes, pray the rest. So that's what that looks like. How I can do that is, obviously I have the notification, and just be aware. There's not much really else you can do. I can set an alarm as well, but I don't know how to really break that down. Now the 180 to 190 lean, that one is eat 180 minimum grams of protein. But if I can do the goals to 200 or 220 grams, would probably be a lot faster to grow. And that looks like for me, I like eating a huge breakfast, so 100 grams of protein in the morning, and then 2 meals of 50, or to get to 180, and then I'll get to that 180 to 220 or 200 grams of protein. So that's breaking down in that day for the eating. And then obviously going for my workouts, progressive overload, that kind of stuff. 4 to 6 drops. Now, 4 to 6 drops, and this is not going to be in these 3 months. Probably in these 3 months, I'll probably be able to do 2, maybe 3, realistically, because you obviously need to promote, you need to inventory, all that kind of stuff, right? So I would say for this one would be, what I did already is have ChatGPT help me with the days or when I can drop. So preparing for each one of those and breaking those down is making a catalog. Have a strategy for marketing, getting the catalogs done. So I guess breaking that down is while I'm in the midst of this drop, or maybe right after, is making 2 catalogs, and then 2 catalogs, for one for the next drop, and then another one for the next season for a drop. And then in that season, and then as I'm in the midst, I already have one done and all iterations, everything, and it's just now the marketing. Whilst that's getting done, is making another 3 catalogs. So having that done and building that repetition is going to be good. So I guess that's going to be how I break it down. And then every day, just creating emails, designs, designing so much, designing a lot of clothes, looking at fabrics, materials, creating video ideas, marketing, of course. So that's going to be the breakdown. And then every day I'm just going to be focusing on like blocks of time. Is this block of time is emails, this block of time is marketing, and this block of time is designing. Or maybe just in my, like, I'll have a week of doing just this and then a week of doing that, or a few days. That's basically going to be the plan of how I'm going to do it. And after this video, I'm going to make a cut clear plan. But this is just like right now breaking it down. Building a team. I've been doing that already. It is just I'm posting daily on LinkedIn about my sales journey, and every 2 weeks I just add the concept of how I'm doing in sales. And as that goes on, I have what's it called? Yeah, out of my sales journey, I put stuff on Indeed, and I'm just going on meetings every week. So getting those meetings done with, and then going on and then what I want to add now is going on Facebook groups, and then doing that. And then with the program is team building that I made. It's just the stuff I didn't have when I first started doing door-to-door, like a program to help me understand where I want to be, where I want to go, and what I need to learn, like tonality, body language, all that kind of stuff. So I created that for the team. That's been great. So I think I'm just doing that. So that already have it kind of broken down. And then 15K a month, that one's just gonna be like, okay, for the reps, how many sales do they need to get a day? How many sales they need to get in a week? And how many sales they need to get a month to have this? Super simple and easy. If my goal is to get full-time guys working, and they get 10 sales a week. 10 sales a week is either 2 sales for 5 days. So for 5 days, every day they're getting 2 sales minimum. And then either them going out 6 to 7 days just weekly if they're hungry, they're dogs, they want to just work and push through. That looks like it's gonna look like a sell a day minimum, and then plus like maybe one of those, like 2 of those days they get 2 sales, 3 sales, something like that. So that's gonna be the goal, is to get them to that. And then I want them, let's say if they're going out 5 days a day, is to average 3 sales in a day, because if they do that, that will just, like, let's say that extra sale count, that would be like their cancellation. Like, we'll say their cancellation, it works through. So 10 people getting 10 sales a week will get me to 8K, and 2 teams of 10 doing the same thing will get me to 16, and obviously double will go on and on and on. So that's going to be the goal, is to get that much, right? So like I said, breaking that down, that's 2 sales a day, 10 sales a week, 40 sales a month. That's what I need them to do. And I'm just been building that so far. Okay, we got that out the way. So building a team is, explain that, 15K a month. And then the side TCM support is just follow-ups for this company that my friend has made through an AI company that I'm helping with me and my other friend, and just building that from the ground up, helping him with what he needs. That's gonna, I'm the marketing guy for that, so that's the main thing. And then I'm helping out with outreach. So yeah, just have outreach, looking for people, asking questions, all that kind of stuff. So simple as that. So yeah, I guess those are the 5 goals. I'm gonna say it again, but I'm make it simpler. So pray on time. Just when the adhan comes, pray. 180 to 190. That's gonna be workout daily. Also, I'm gonna cut my runs. So instead of running, like I'm gonna run at a moderate pace now, and then to like just burn the fat that I need to burn, and then not overdo it because I think that's been hindering my muscle growth. And then once I reach my goal, then I can increase my running over time, or figure out a way how to I can run run the runs I want to do and the pace I want to do, but also not lose muscle. But it's kind of been hard because I've been kind of seeing that it slowed me down a little bit from growing. So still trying to stay active, but see how that looks. Let's see what that looks like, right? But 180, and again, eating my protein, so 3 meals a day. First breakfast is gonna be heavy. 2 meals after that is gonna be light and easier. So that's what it looks like. Building a team is doing outreach of Indeed through Facebook groups, in person, creating meetings, signing people up, and finding the right people. So that's gonna be the goal. And then 15K a month. Just like I can make 15K a month alone off the sales, and then on top of that, with whatever happens with the clothing brand. But for the sales, that's gonna be 2 sales a day for 10 people, 10 sales a week, and 40 sales a month individually. And then I think that what's gonna be cool with that is that can stem for me to recruit from other states, and like that can just be my main source of just recruiting a lot of people and then just making whatever sales I need to make and call it a day. So yeah, unless they allow me like, yo, you don't need to sell, just keep recruiting people, make what you want to make, and boom, call it a day, right? And then obviously support with the AI company, support, do the outreach, do the market when it comes to it. So yeah. And then I already broke down what the 4 to 6 drops is gonna look like. So I already have that broken down with the help of the AI, like I said. And yeah, I think this video's gone too long, but it's needed for me at least. And yeah, today's the start day. I have a lot to do, resetting my mind with my room and then my space and maintaining it. A new outlook on just going all in on myself, like fully all in. Like before I said I was all in because I technically could say I was all in, but I had the weight of my family's worries on my shoulders, which made me worry, which made me lose focus. So doing just not letting that happen, I guess, is just really fully going in on me, focusing on my goals, doing this 100 days / 3 month challenge, and building that rapport and just keep going and put myself first. I think I really need that. It's really needed. But yeah, and if you reach this far, then I'll be able to say this. I could be moving to Spain in October, and because that's where my mom's gonna want to move there, and my little sister's gonna go with her, and my older sister most likely might be staying, and it's like it's interesting because I don't know what's gonna happen to me. I don't. If the sales stuff stays and I'm able to make steady income, and I can grow 3, 4, 5 teams and it's stable, and that's gonna be great. Then it'll be a little bit easier for me. But on top of that, it's gonna be hard. Every day's gonna be hard to make this decision, and I gotta come to this decision soon. So I gotta start making moves. Cause yeah, or at least if my goal is if this sales stuff works, then I'll just stay. It'll be easier. Just get my own place with my older sister, and yeah, just get my own place with my older sister and just work where I'm here, and just do that. Really, it's just gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a little hard, but you know, I'm not too worried about it. I think I need to focus. This is really hard, I think, and I don't think I'm fully grasping the situation because sometimes I'm like procrastinating or getting a little lazy or just not really going all in as I can be because, like I said, of the worry of my mom and helping everyone and making sure we're all financially good and not have to worry about going month to month or whatever the case may be. And I want to be the person to change that. It's just like sometimes my goals are all over. As you can see, is I have my workout goals, I have my clothing, I have the team building, and I have the AI. And it's like sometimes like, do I drop one to focus more on whatever it is? And I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, with the AI one, I'm not even like, there's not much really I can do yet. The rest is just going and having conversations and talking about what he wants to do and left, right, and center. And I'm just the advisor when it comes to the marketing because he wants to move fast. But I'm telling him like, yo, we gotta take a step back. So yeah, that's like I'm not really doing that. Like there's not a lot for me to do, but I don't know. So you know what, low key, there's not really, because I'm not doing anything yet, there's no really set goal for it, right? So let's make this easy on myself. 4 goals. That's I feel like that's better. Praying on time. 180 to 190 lean, 4 to 6 drops, or 5 goals. Building team, and 15K. I think, you know what? I'm gonna make this easier to the eye. I think I'm just gonna say building a team to 15K a month. Or building a team, yeah, building a team. Because that alone can get me 15 if I have 2 teams of 10, right? So might as well just say build team to 15K. That's better. It's easier and simple to look at. I might erase all this and just kind of make it look a little bit cleaner. But for now, I guess it's fine. But, okay. Yeah, I think that looks better. It's 4 goals instead of 6. So from looking like this, it just now looks like this. Which, you know, looks better, I guess. You know? So I guess that's my video. This is the longest video I've ever done, except for my code call. I probably could cut this up, but really I just can't be asked. Cutting these videos take a long time, right? So I might find this soft. If it's a free software, I'll use it. I'm not gonna pay for anything now with YouTube videos. This is just for fun, and to document my life and see where I'm headed and look back at my videos and be like, dang, I was all over the place. I was restarting so many times. I was doing this over and over again and not getting it done and just reminiscing, you know, and then reminiscing with you guys. So yeah, inshallah this is able to work. Inshallah this is something that can, you know, help change my life, my family's lives. This is something that will change my life and my family's life. I'm not gonna say if and when, or not if, or if it could, or maybe it will. It's just a matter of when and how hard I work. So there's that. I'll leave it with this: is my fear is being mediocre and stagnant. I don't like feeling that way, but I do that to myself. But I don't like feeling that way, and I don't like letting my family down. But I tend to do that sometimes, in a sense of like becoming the better person that I am, and when I don't become better, they don't become better, and it's like dead weight. So I don't like doing that, and I get emotional. Like I'm feeling emotional right now because of it, because I start to think of where I could be if I just, you know, just do it, and the people I'm hurting in the process of me just not bettering myself. I don't know. It's not an easy journey, this journey, and yeah, this is not an easy journey. This really isn't, and it's not meant for everybody. And there's a positive way to look at all of this, and there's no really negative. Is the negative is if I regret and I don't do it. So if I don't want to feel that way, I just gotta do it. So it's not easy. It's gonna be hard. I'm gonna be very distracted, and I just gotta say no to the stuff that are not gonna benefit me, and that doesn't matter. And not get too emotional, not get too in my head, and just, you know, I think the one thing that will help me is removing distraction, saying no, and not doing anything that legitimately doesn't have any benefit for me. Like, legit think before I go out or do something. Like, look, I'm not gonna lie, I've been a little more conscious of it, but I still end up doing it. But just saying no and just focusing on me right now, and then when I have time, I'll go do what I need to do. Life is short. Oh man, I feel like tearing up a little bit, but it is what is it, May 26th? We'll see what happens June 15th, and we're gonna see what happens June, July 15th, and what's it called? June 20th, quarter way from now. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for being here, and give me your du'as, give me your praise, and inshallah this will be good for us, inshallah. Yeah, assalamu alaikum.